So we're gonna get in. Here we Hello there, and welcome. As we reveal the map to be Mill Road, we see that Helping Hands is as his famous British faction. He's in a semi-final of a major tournament for the first time in quite a few years. And in the north, we have the Master of Disaster, the Captain of Chaos, the Excellence of Execution himself, Von Ivan, casting for us. Who do you see, Von Ivan?
I see the one and only Kimbo, the absolute madman who is able to blob into oblivion and destroy all that come into contact with him.
Look at this as well. He's showing off. He's using this was actually a little bit of feedback I had. It said put some escapes on your map just in case you get base pins, Ricky. So now we finally see Kimbo. He's now my new favourite player. He's shown the feature that I asked for that I've never seen anybody even notice. A style point, he's gone for an exit of the escape hatch there. Very cool. MG42s are pivotal on this map, aren't they, Von? I mean, talk a little bit about this map for us and the cut-off play.
Well, this type of map really helps anybody that has good MG at play on it, because it's just so open on every angle that you can just cover almost a quarter of the map if you position your MG correctly. And the way the cutoffs are set up, it's quite easy to just have one MG cover the whole entire cutoff and prevent him from having his fuel connected to it for a good portion of the game.
We have Helping Hands with a universal carrier and a really good bit of DPS there from the Tommies emerging from the tree line. The Askarans have to take this now. They can't afford to hang around because that is a very expensive support weapon. And he's now going for damage himself. What is Kimbo thinking? He's getting a little bit cocky there. Very dangerous. Very dangerous, Kimbo, and the manpower casualties are going to allow Helping Hands to make a real good push here. He's taking the second Askaran squad, notice Von Ivan, straight to the cutoff to protect it.
Yes, very well played from Hans. Although he did make a slight mistake when he was pushing that infantry section to wipe the recrew of the MG. He didn't have it correctly in the green cover. He could have wiped it again, possibly, but he still forced the retreat at least, so that was a huge win for Hans, I would say.
It's 26... for each of the two squads, units he's lost on those two squads. And that's a big manpower casualty for him. The UC is now pushing around this Askaran. Helping Hands is all over him right now.
This is the Hans I like to see, you know. At first, I remember before the series started, Hans was like, Brits, I don't know, you know, Soviets, USF. And I was like, no, Hans, Brits, that is your faction. That is your love child right there. You have to embrace it. And if you embrace it, you become unstoppable, like we see here.
He certainly is looking that way. Kimbo's gone for 3 Askaran squads, the third emerging right now, and it's an interesting map to try and make them work.
Yeah, it is quite risky going triple assault grenadiers because usually you'd want to go for at least a P-Gren, but with all these low health.
Look at this Pioneer, Von, in the east. He's gone for the Pioneer sandwich turrets. The famous strategy from Poland.
Kimbo,
oh no, it's, I thought he trapped himself in. He just teched the Minesweeper, by the way, so he could cut himself out, I believe. That's what we just saw. He just cut himself out.
Kimbo was almost going full Von Ivan. Never go full Von Ivan. It backfired.
Universal carrier, of course, once it's Vickers for 60 munitions. Can't quite get there yet. He's just 8 munitions away.
Oh, these assault grenadiers are so low health. They're taking too much damage on the far right from the infantry section.
Look at that!
And he's sending in the other one, the absolute madman. He's just letting Hans bleed him to death at this point. This
6 kills on that. Let's get on calculators, out of pocket calculators. We're going to look at the stats. It'll slow the game down. 14-1. You are joking me. The hell? What's 14 times 26? Somebody in chat do that calculation for me. That's how much manpower he's lost. Jesus.
You know what's funny about this AE? Kimbo actually played against this type of strategy. I used it against him in a previous tourney months before on this map, and he was able to obliterate it quite easily. So I don't get why he's using the same failed strategy on this map again against Brits. And it seems like he hasn't practiced too much of it either, because this bleed is just insane.
Let's hope for Helping Hand's sake, Von. There's a theory here. You know, I like my conspiracy theories. Let's hope that Kimbo is not deliberately underplaying to show off. Because he's been known to... People have theorized that he does do that sometimes. You can't prove it, so this is not an accusation from a tourney organizer. This is just a caster talking here, Von. I'm just talking as a caster. Some people theorize that Kimbo sometimes kind of lets the foot off the pedal to show off a little bit.
No, I've noticed that too. Trust me. When Kimbo is on the back foot, sometimes he does it on purpose to give your opponent a false sense of confidence, and then he pounces.
Yeah, I've certainly seen that myself as well, and just trying to have to cover it, you know. I make sure people don't think I'm just accusing people madly, but he has been known to do it. Here we go. We've got a nice telemine coming down from Kimbo near the northern victory point. Do the Royal Engineers see it in time? Let's check that out. I think they would have done. Yes, they've seen it.
You have an AEC in the build for Hans as well. Kimbo has absolutely no AT to counter this, so I'm not sure what he's going to do. He doesn't even have tier 2 down yet, so...
Ooh, look at this Askren in the west there, talking of the UC Von. It could now swivel 90 degrees and finish off this squad, but of course it doesn't do it. It doesn't listen to me. Nice sweep on the Talor though. He's well and truly spotted it now, but UC is pursuing Von. He's going to get him maybe.
Oh, he might, yeah. If he keeps the chase on. There's nothing to stop it either. In fact, he could actually go in his base to kill it. Which I think he might. Come on, Hans, do it. I believe in you. Oh.
Sprints out of the way and behind the headquarters. Oh my, that was such a lucky escape.
Also, very well played sweeping the Teller. That basically, I mean, prevents the AEC from having any challenge at all. So now, I don't know if he's going to try to save for Panzerschrecks. He still needs at least 50 muni for that.
Cut-off attempt from the Tommies, forced away by the Panzer Grenadiers. Meanwhile, the AEC, of course, is out. It is Brits at the end of the day. The most linear build order of all time is every British player ever right now. And the Assault Grenadiers just ate a big shot from the AEC. What is this thing? Just got 2 infantry kills in 1 shot.
Yeah, very good bleed from the AEC on the get-go here.
Yeah, it's not done a bad showing of itself so far. Hans really needs to ensure he's pressurizing Kimbo's fuel, because for all of his victory points dominance and of course manpower casualties in that early game, if he doesn't keep Kimbo out the fuel game, he can make a comeback.
Exactly, and Kimbo is known for making comebacks, so you don't want to give him too much of breathing room, or else it'll backfire on you.
Kimbo dicing with the devil right there. The Assault Grenadiers just trying to buy time. And that's what they've done, by the way. They've tied up a lot of units. Look at the Panzer Grenadiers capping and other units doing the same. They do throw their lives on the line for the Reich with a few model wipes, but starting to get back into things as Kimbo, in terms of map control at least.
Yeah, you know, surprisingly with the amount of bleed he had early on, he does have good map control, which is impressive coming from the fact...
Yeah. Von, what do you think of Vickers would have been good instead of maybe a 4th Tommy, just to continue the pressure? Oh, he's building a Vickers just as I say it.
You predicted it correctly, eh? The Vickers is in production. And we have a pack out now for Kimbo, which will help against the AEC and the Vickers, or the UC carry.
People want to see the KD. Let's have a little look. He's got 3 kills now. He's trebled his kill tally.
Oh my.
Oh god, that's so funny. Hans needs to like really be super aggressive now and keep Kimbo underneath the kosh, or keep grinding the screw, you know, turning the screw on him. He can't let him out.
As long as Hans doesn't throw his UC and AEC, he should be in a commanding position, even with the pack on the field.
Elsewhere on the eastern flank, infantry sections are being assaulted.
We got some grenades on the section on the far right. Oh! Gets 4 models down. He might actually be able to wipe this with the P-Grens on retreat. Doesn't chase, though.
Good call there, Von. Thank you for helping with the camera. As good pressure put down by Kimbo there. He kept this fuel all the while, by the way, guys. The Pioneer Sandwich Turret Fuel Point, as it's now known. He's kept it all this time. So, although he is behind in terms of manpower casualties, he's not anywhere near out of this game. I know I've already made that point, but it's the biggest strategic point to make at the moment.
Yeah, shockingly, he's actually stabilized the front for the most part, and actually has an even infantry composition with Hans, although Hans does have the higher pop cap with the vehicles on the field.
The UC has 7 kills. The AEC is probably not far behind. Oh, it has 7 kills as well. So he's certainly killing a lot. He's just not finishing the job. Sprinted into the Vickers there. Does he get the nades off? Yes, he does. They're right. Only one was behind the well, so it's not a full squad wipe. Saves the.
We might actually be able to wipe that. Hans just managed to get away with it. And we still don't have a doctrine choice from Hans. He has a few choices here: the Special Weapons Regiment, the Lend-Lease Assault, and the Commando Regiment.
Oh, come on, Mandos! I love those guys. Imagine
In
Mandos
this situation,
behind. Go on.
I think the Commando doc would probably be the best, just because of the buff.
Pack 40 just caught the UC flush in the face, but can't finish the job, unfortunately. Thanks to this garrison in the centre. MG42 sets up on the central victory point. He's only dropped down as low as 344. It's just 11 minutes into this game. AEC does a good job of forcing him away.
Yeah, Han's in a really strong position, about to have a triple cap on Kimbo, so the pressure will be mounting on him to try to have a counterattack as soon as possible. And he is teching up to tier 3 now, so
I was going to say, yeah. I was going to say, I was hoping he was doing that. He needs to get good use of this fuel. But then again, Kimbo's already escalated to battle phase 2 himself, and he has, as I say, he has a good amount of fuel. He's not lost his fuel once this... And this is the first time right now the cutoff's being taken.
Yeah. I think Hans finally realized, wait, where's the cutoff? Oh, there's the cutoff. There we go.
That's so bundle laid on this infantry section. Oh my god, they're low.
Hans didn't watch.
Oh, they're annihilated. First big squad wipe of the game goes to Kimbo.
Well, now Hans is building an officer to replace it. This will be interesting.
Yeah, got a good amount of utility. The assault officer, of course.
If I had to guess, Kimbo's probably going to go for a Panzer IV.
Oh, definitely, yeah, without a doubt. Has he? Yeah, he's got support armor core down now. He just needs 7 more fuel. And where's Helping Hands? Okay, he's getting a 6-pounder. He's going to go for Hammer and Comet instead of Cromwell. This guy's a madman. Just Cromwell.
No, that's actually a very wise choice. The Comet is one of the scariest tanks in KOTOR history at the moment, without a doubt. That thing can obliterate almost anything, even a KT.
We've seen that recently, actually, in the first round of the Master League. There's a cracking game with Quiritz, 2 Comets versus a King Tiger, and they handled him, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? With the doctrine that Kimbo chose, he actually can get the Panzer IV variant that comes with OKW.
Of course he can, yeah.
But he's decided not to, though, sadly, even though he has almost enough fuel for it.
Yeah, I thought the whole idea of that is you don't build support armor core and you get it from the headquarters building. Am I wrong there?
Yeah, you can get it from the HQ. He does have the resources for it if he just saved a little bit. And it would be better against the Comet with the side skirts on it. But
what's he
chosen? Yeah, I don't know. He needs to know that this is Brits. The Comet is coming if the Cromwell hasn't showed up already. But I guess he's going to have faith in the pack wall. He'll probably build for it.
Oh, he's put his flag down for the Panzer IV's arrival. It's going to come out the northern base entrance, which means, hype, we're going to see the garden destroyed. Always good to see. As the UC, by the way, has climbed to its 9th kill now. It's putting down a bit of suppressing fire on this assault grenadier.
Good pressure play from Hans. We got 2 assault guns on the far right, keeping the infantry section back at the same time. Well, the pack gun misses the... Oh!
Look at this flank! The assault officers in position. And a grenade as well to add to the misery.
Oh, perfect timing on that grenade. Doesn't end up clearing it though with the Panzer IV on the field.
Enemy forces are securing
Panzer
our
IV misses
territory.
there, but the Tommies are forced away. Meanwhile, by the way, the assault grenadiers are going deep to get Hans's munitions. Well, that's very deep, but of course he can use them to get an assault grenade off on retreat. That's what Kimbo's all about, is wiping on retreat when you least expect it, of course.
Yeah, it looks like Kimbo is about to actually have double fuel now, controlling both sides of the map. This will actually delay Hans's Comet by a couple more minutes.
Oh, here's the... They've been uncovered now, and it's them that have a tough retreat path, but they couldn't lay the mine in time.
Is finished and ready for use.
And now he has the company command post unlocked on it. It's taken him a while. It's quite late considering his fuel control.
Indeed. But he should be able to get the Comet in 2 minutes if he keeps up the pressure on the map here.
How much is the hammer unlock? Is he gone for that?
I believe he has. I mean, actually, wait, he hasn't upgraded that yet.
Okay, so he's got 50 for the hammer, and then it's the Comet at 175. So he needs 225 fuel. Okay, so we will see Comet soonish. Soonish. TM is the new relic motto.
Yep, and he is upgrading hammer
We're
as
losing
we
a
speak.
capture point.
Now he just needs about 74 fuel, and he should have the Comet.
I just don't know what Kimbo is thinking. Is he just saving all of his fuel to get a Tiger Ace? You know, is that why he didn't want the extra fuel for the Panzer IV Auf
Maybe
J?
a Stug? I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't built the second pack, though. He should know for a fact that the Comet's coming with no Cromwell on the field yet.
Big shout out to, of course, Ricky Rifle for making this beautiful map, Mill Road. It actually started as a really amateurish first attempt, and then it became, over time, really, really good. So credit to him for learning on the fly and asking community members, how do I make this map good? And he liaised with everybody. And he made what is now a solid tournament map, isn't it, Von?
Indeed. This map has actually developed into something quite balanced, I would say.
Panzer IV finds the UC. We need the Pack 14 position to finish it off. That UC keeps surviving. Got a grenade coming in against the MG42 in the garrison. Takes it down to one surviving gunner. And a flank as well from the assault grenadiers. Von, it's looking shaky for Hans all of a sudden. Kimbo's resurgent, but there's a good mine. Unfortunately for Hans, it was against assault grenadiers and not the tank.
Hans does have the 6-pounder position in case Kimbo flanks around, so he does have AT capability.
Yeah. Assault grenadiers could run into this mine. It's not been uncovered by the minesweepers quite yet. 6-pounders backing away as Kimbo's dominating the centre and pushing up. There it is. So close to being swept as well, that one. But the AT guns have found him. Now the AC could go in for it here. Tommies are doing a bit of reconnaissance there.
He could. Dive, baby, dive. Oh, he's not diving.
Oh, God, yeah. I was thinking if he was like a submarine commander, Von. You're like, just left port, and you're like, prepare to dive!
I know.
but sir, we don't even need to dive right now. Prepare to dive, I said.
Just do it anyway. I ordered you to do it.
Oh, God, you are the master of the all-in push, of course. The only player to have a winning record against the most winningest KO2 tournament player of all time, Lovenest, is Von Ivan. Because Lovenest just can't handle that dive meta, you know.
No.
Like, he just thinks this is not logical. Why are you diving in my face?
Lovenest, you know, he expects calculated assaults. With me, I don't calculate the assault. I let the assault calculate itself.
Oh, gosh, that's funny. Assault Grenadiers pushing in the north. Infantry section forced away. The AUC watches on. Back in the centre. Good about.
Panzer IV is ready for
Oh,
battle.
a second Panzer IV from Kimbo. He's just going for the traditional Panzer IVs.
I know he's gonna need a second pack for it though, because we got a Comet in production.
Oh, yes. Mine. No, so close to it there from the Panzer Grenadiers. Suppression from the UC. This thing can do it all. It's like the Buzz Lightyear of light armor.
Panzer IV moving up on it. We have the 6-pounder to support. Gonna force the Panzer IV to pull back. And Hans does have Kimbo under 200 VPs, so if he can keep up the VP pressure, it would force Kimbo to make more dramatic plays, I would suspect.
And we've had more requests for the KD. Of course, it has. It's not stabilized itself at all. It's 76 to 27, roughly. Well, you know, 2.5 KD, something like that.
MG-42 turret ready.
And here it is. The Comet is on the field, and as ever with big units, I'll try and name them after one of our glorious majors or generals. This is Wuffier's Comet, everybody. It's like Haley's Comet, except it's a tank. It drives, and it stays very still until required at all times, like a hidden ultra vehicle. What is it doing, Von? What is it thinking? Tell us your thoughts.
It's hungry.
Oh,
Hungry for
there you
Panzer
go.
IVs.
Oh, 6-pounder hits one of the Panzer IVs, but he's rushing in, but he doesn't know the Comet's
Making a
here.
badly
Oh, now
timed
he
pull
does.
to the Comet. He's gonna lose
AC
that
taken
Panzer
out though,
IV.
Von. Yeah, indeed, and the Comet's now rushing forward. Has he got the Panzer IV there? No, he's still got the health, but there's the 6-pounder with the follow-up.
We got a stun shot from the pack as well, but nothing really to follow up other than the pack itself. And
Oh, you've
Kimbo
got Panzer
floating-
Grenadiers. Get the wipe on the
Ooh.
6-pounder. We've had a damaged engine. Mines win games, baby.
Oh, he can kill the other Panzer IV now. Dive, Hans, dive, do it.
He missed the first one. Pat gets him.
Diving. Doesn't matter, just dive. You got a Comet.
Oh, he gets him through the trees. Both Panzer
beautiful.
IVs are down for the...
Absolutely beautiful.
Can he keep the 6-pounder? He needs to keep it. Of course he can. There you go. Oh, there's... Is he gone for steel? He has indeed, yes. We've had a squad wipe elsewhere. Did you see it, Von?
No, actually, I don't know where the squad died there.
I don't want to make... I've built you up enough, Von. I'll just make a joke now. It's not unlike you to not notice a squad dying on the edge of the map.
Well, you know how my infantry preservation moves time's always the best. I like to make sure every squad counts for what it's worth.
Oh my god, the MG42's just turned about face to suppress these squads. It's facing the wrong way. Can't keep that act up for too long. And the UC, by the way, is still alive. Vet 3, everybody.
Yeah, that's amazing preservation from Hans there. That UC is going to be a thorn in Kimber's side if it's still alive.
Kimbo's staying in the victory point battle, kind of, but he's certainly losing the material war right now. With Hammer, of course, he has access to the gammon bombs, not just the light gammon bombs, the full bacon sandwich. So he could go for a sneaky retreat grenade if he needs
Indeed.
it later.
Kimbo doubling down on the infantry. Got a second.
Oh, look at
Panzer
this on
there.
retreat here! The assault
Oh.
grenades! Did they get a squad wipe? Not quite.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
The Vickers is paying dividends, keeping the flanking squad suppressed.
Yeah, that guy's a beast. Absolute beast. He's being flanked, though, by the... Ah, no, he's not.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh, nice sprint into action there, trying to keep the victory point situation under control. Well, that Comet's back, yo, and he's got bad intentions.
Okay, Hans just needs to be careful not to lose the Comet. As long as he has the Comet on the field, a victory is pretty much certain for him.
Oh, we did see the 6-pounder stolen. I was not aware of that. Hans
Oh, yeah.
is outside the cone of fire. And he's up against a 2-man and a 3-man AT gun, so he could try and wipe the support weapons here if he's... He threw a comet grenade. That is just silly.
Cheeky bugger.
Oh dear. Hans showing off now, getting aggressive. And what is this? We do see... There's a nice mine, by the way. Panzer grenades in jeopardy. We see the Panzer IV Alf J on the field. Kimbo's crazy. What's he doing? He should have built this
The
first.
madman, he's actually going for the better Panzer IV this time. Not a bad idea, considering the Comet's on the field.
Comet's back in base, getting repaired by the 5-man Royal Engineers. Probably improves their repair time. If it doesn't, I'm just going to say it does. And yeah, it's a bit of a lull in activity now, Von. I'm gonna have to ask chat. You know, we're going to actually do a sneaky poll here whilst I'm casting. I could have just asked a moderator to do it, but it'll literally be very, very simple. It'll be win, Kimbo, Hans. That's just the poll. It's going to be the question is just win, and then Kimbo, Hans. So everybody get voting, please. We want to know who you think is going to win this series, not just the game, and the series. You've got a couple of minutes left on that. We'll come back to that soon. Currently, by the way, you have Kimbo somehow with a double victory point cap. How he's managing to stabilise the front despite his losses. Just to remind you of his losses, we're at nearly 100 kills to 50, so it's very much a 2 KD.
The capture point is being overrun.
This UC putting the suppression down as the Tommies are in jeopardy thanks to the new Panzer Alf J. Meanwhile, in the north... Oh, we just hit the UC, actually. We have to keep an eye on that. This could be the death of an MVP unit. There he is. No longer. Meanwhile, in the north, we've got a pinned Tommy squad. We've got this assault officer flanking. But Kimbo's about to get a triple cap engaged from seemingly nowhere. Hans is building a second Comet. Of course he is, Von. Of course he is.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
With the Comet on the field, I mean, Kimbo's going to be in a bit of a rough spot trying to deal with that. Though he does have a triple cap on Hans now, which is going to be able to prevent him from bleeding anymore.
Couldn't see any assault grenades from Kimbo this time. The retreat was a little bit too soon from the assault officer. Meanwhile, the Panzer IV Alf J's moving north. Let's check out the southern engagement where this Comet's got the assault grenadiers in its sights. And the hay bale. Ouch. Got to keep the victory point pressure on, Von. That's his major advantage for me right now. And keep that pressure down.
I know Kimbo trying desperately to reshape how the current situation is for him, but going for the 6-pounder, should be able to clear it. Comet's isolated, but we do have the second Comet coming up to support now. Kimbo needs to be careful not to throw the P4.
He's been very careful right now. The 6-pound, of course, is decrewed. That's going to be a focus for Kimbo, but 2 Comets raining death fire upon you. It's not going to be very friendly. Pack 40's repositioning, using the smoke of the Comet itself, actually, to reposition and become a sneaky surprise. Oh, bundle nade! What, did nothing?
Good dodge from Hans. Saves the 6-pounder from getting destroyed as well.
Capture point.
Another bundle made in the north was easily dodged by Hans. Comet repositions there.
Hans has to be careful. Double AT guns on the flank from his Comet.
Enemy causing trouble.
Hans, what are you doing?
Oh yeah.
Throw the Comet, Hans.
Got double AT guns in position as well. He needs to be careful with the Comets. That's his critical mass. He's hiding in the escape path of the base.
Actually, he could be masturbating Kimbo here with the bait.
Oh, he's an excellent masturbator, is Hans. And second Comet comes into position. He's got the Royal Engineers for the possibility of a heat round. One of the packs was decrewed as well. That's going to be helpful.
Indeed. And Hans will be able to steal it now, use it against the Panzer IV. See, it was all calculated. Hans trying to give a bluff on hiding his comet in the corner there, are able to steal the pack gun.
Look at that map control. Lack thereof. It's not looking too healthy on that front.
Yeah, I think Hans needs to shift from defensive into aggressive with the fact that he has 2 comets here. Use some of that war speed that's available to him.
Hans trying to kill Kimbo's FPS with the smoke rounds, Nick Horner says. Kimbo does play on a limited PC. I believe it's a Celeron duo core.
Absolute madman.
Some say it used to run Zoom beanies and other educational games in the local school. That's a joke for everybody that's around the age of 30 from England. Very, very situational joke, I appreciate. Comet's going left side, Panzer IV in jeopardy.
Ooh, great shots on the Panzer IV. He could actually wipe that if he war speeded into it, but Hans just being cautious.
Bundle nade forces away the pyrotechnic Tommies there. East side of Victory Point is taken back.
We have a second Panzer IV coming up to support on the right-hand side.
Oh, the Vet 3 MG's in peril. Can he get those MP40s in position? Yes, he can. Can the Comet, however, save the day now? No, the MG's been stolen. Oh, and the Comet goes for the infantry models and not this new MG gunners.
Well, will he be able to stop it from retreating back to Kimbo's base? Oh, and he doesn't, unfortunately.
Yes, he does! He missed it
Cast
first,
his
and then he sniped him. He was going for a long shot record there. Oh, assault grenades easily dodged there. Kimbo's micro's taking a bit of a pounding at the moment. Oh, these Comets are vicious. One's got 16 kills, including a vehicle destroyed. The other's
going on the absolute offensive here. The 6-pounder could actually go down if he pushed in, but deciding to still be a little bit cautious.
Now it's Hans' opportunity to recapture some of the points. And let's get on board Hans. We've all watched him play, so we'll do a bit of a follow camera for Hans, who isn't actually tilted. Oh, that's because that's Kimbo. There we go. This is helping Hans for you, everybody. But where's my luck? Etc. As the MG is destroyed by the pack. He's after him, Von, and he's getting very frenzied. He's issuing command. He obviously doesn't play with TAC map, as we all know. And yeah, this is him playing at absolute warp speed right now, trying to battle against Poland's finest.
And we do have a Sturmgeschütz being built. Dane is probably going to be running into this casting group here shortly once it hits the field to tell us how amazing it is.
Dear Relic, I'm writing to you for the 70th time this year to nerf the United States.
I accidentally intercepted that letter once, and indeed, we do have these. Oh, there he is. The Dangerschutz is on the field, indeed.
Oh, baby.
Oh, come on down. Good map for it as well. Nice open sight lines. And
indeed.
Brend up Tommies as well now. Going to put more DPS down. Oh, I'll tell you what, the Strugs have a rude awakening because the Comet's lying in wait. Oh no, they don't know how close they are to each other.
Oh, PG about to go down on the left here.
Oh, good spot, Von.
Does he actually? And he does actually get away with it, surprisingly.
What? That's the second time he's had a really, really lucky retreat on that particular retreat path.
We've got a bit of a bait here with the Stug trying to tempt the Comet in, but the Comet's not taking it, pulling back.
We're losing a capture point.
Kimbo trying to go for the 6-pounder, gonna probably throw a bundle nade on it. And
He is. What a long-range bundle that was.
Whoa!
Oh my
But
god,
doesn't clear it.
he's got NFL quarterbacker kind of bulletin selected. I don't know what the hell that was. That was a long ranger.
Yeah, use the rapid maneuvers ability on the 6-pounder, Hans, so you can get it out of there.
What? Indeed. One of the less used abilities in the game. As the Comets back away, I mean, we also have a bit of flanking, by the way. This infantry section's gone on a mad flank whilst all this is happening. Let's get on board with this guy and see what happens. Oh! He's got a 6-pounder up as well. He's found this Panzer IV. He's gone all the way around the back. This is so unlike Hans to do something like this. He usually plays it safe. And he's got the veterancy away from the Panzer IV. Kimbo's been outplayed in a big way here. Brend up Tommies as well. About to obliterate the Vet 3. Assault Grenadiers for sure.
Why isn't Hans pushing? There's a vulnerability. Push, Hans, push.
Take it.
Enemy threatening a capture
Somebody
point.
says it's classic Hans. I rarely see him do that, to be honest, in tournament play. That was really sneaky by him. I suppose we saw the failed Puma assault in the quarterfinals, but this was very good indeed. Tommies, however, could bite the dust. Assault Grenadiers don't have the weapon profile to finish them off.
Trouble trying to take one of our points.
Great shot in from the Comet. Takes a deflection from the Sturm. Pack gun kind of isolated, getting flanked by the Panzer IV.
Jibber Jabber Jobber, a fantastic community member and chat, great player, also says Helping Hands practically invented the 2-2-2 base dive to take out a Katusha. Fair enough. You know, fair enough. You have to give him his plaudits. One of the best KO2 players of all time. It's not that remarkable for him to go for something like that, but I wasn't expecting it, let's say. I was very happy with it. Meanwhile, we do have... this guy's running away from battle in the north front. Where's he going? Did he run away for you as well, or was it just on my screen?
Yeah, it was one of the AT gun crew members running off the battlefield.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
Rebuilds the 6-pounder.
I think he is going for a third Comet. He does have the fuel for it, just needs the manpower.
Is that what he's doing, do you think? Jesus Christ. So is he gonna have to wait for something to die?
Yeah. Actually, he's pop capped, so he'll need something to die first before he can build it.
It doesn't want to be one of the Royal Engineers, because with 3 comets, he's going to have to be continually repairing. That pesky assault officer, I mean... Let's kill him, Von. Shall we kill the assault officer? Who would you elect to die?
Probably one of the sections, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a sad, sorry sight.
Probably go up the RD section.
On the victory point counts, by the way, we're now 37 minutes in this game. It's 228 to 156. You can see on the top of your screen. Oh, what a wipe! Oh, that shut me up. Where did that come from?
That's the Comet I like to see.
When you least expect it, it'll just absolutely destroy you.
Oh, we got a nice gamma bomb in the south on the assault grenadiers. Forces the retreat.
Meanwhile, the assault grenadiers on the western side getting some flanking done. Assault officer
though.
Oh, there's another wipe in as many minutes.
Ooh. There's big losses for Kimbo. I think he's actually starting to get a little tilted here, eh?
Yeah, I think he is.
One of his pack guns on the far left as well.
Oh, I tell you what, this 6-pounder could get the kill. It's got to reposition, shoot through the tree line now. He's got vision though with the Royal Engineers. He misses. What was that? Come on, another one. Another one, Hans.
Hans, why aren't you sending in the Comets?
Tommy's low though. He's getting tunnel vision here. Can he escape the infantry section? He gets the kill and the survival.
He's taking out the pack now as well. Kimbo is in a dire position now.
Ooh, Panzer Grenadiers also onto the Kosh on the western side. Oh, Comet, eat your heart out. That was a meteor strike on that retreating squad.
This Comet's just been decimating infantry left and right.
Certainly has. 38 minutes in, and we're going to have a little look at the graphs. We'll let them update because it takes a few seconds. Let's have a little look now and see if we have Oh, God. Talking about dives, Von Ivan. Look at that. That's a big dive. We'll also take this opportunity to sneakily watch one of the replays of one of the many things that's died very recently. I think this was when I was talking about Panzer Grenadiers, and they disappeared. There you go. Let's get back on with the live action.
I don't know how Kimbo's gonna be able to get back into this unless Hans suicides both comets. The infantry bleed is just too great now.
Oh, he killed him with the comet
my
nade!
God.
Oh, what are these things? What is this?
Yeah,
I tell you, like, I love Relic. They made a great base game. But when they were designing the Brits, why did they give it Action Man, side karate chop action, rocket boosters, a deployable motorbike, a helicopter parachute? Like, every ability they could think of. You can buy it from Toys R Us for only $19.99.
Yeah, you don't even need veterancy for pretty much all these abilities. You get them right off the bat.
Jesus. It's just ridiculous. It's a good battle, though, I have to say, although Kimbo has no infantry left.
Kimbo is, he's going to go, I think, for one last GG push to try to make something come out of this, because if he tries to play defensive, he'll just lose with the infantry advantage, and Hans is,
We've got a lot of Hans fans. We've got a lot of Hans fans in chat, and of course we've done a little bit of bias casting during this game, but I will point out that Hans has had that really one good push, Von, but there's been plenty of times where he could have pushed in and finished this off, couldn't he? And he didn't pull the trigger. That's the only thing I'll take away from him this game. He could have been a little bit more aggressive at times.
Might have been smart not to, because, you know, if you go too deep in the dives, it could backfire. There's always a chance of it backfiring. So he's just playing it safe for the tournament. Looks like it's paying off.
And also you can see he's no longer using his commanders like he was before. He's trying to save them for the grand final. He wants this.
Oh my god! You know the comment's ridiculous when a Vet 3 stolen 6-pounder with super AP shells can't penetrate the front of it either. Oh man.
Oh, that's its you know, it's Chobram 2 armor for only $3.99. You can get that as an extension. What? This thing's invincible!
That's the comment for you.
Oh my lord! And I questioned it. I said, "Oh yeah, you definitely want to get the bloody Cromwell out to keep the pressure down."
Now, try you know, comparing the Comet to the Churchill, and you'll see the differences are quite drastic in terms of almost everything.
Yeah. Gonna go for a second Stug. We won't get that excited for this one. First one's not really had that much of an effect. Stugs are better masked, of course. I've seen you do that before, Von Ivan. Masked Stugs on long runs, etc.
No, I think Kimbo's about to pull a bomb here. I could feel it.
Oh, Vet 3, 6-pounder finally penetrates the Comet. We've got the Panzer IV coming into position. The Stugs firing quite a bit here. The Comet's reversing away. The Royal Engineers trying to repair them on the fly.
Vet 3 Panzer IV, oh baby. That's a nice thing to see. We'll definitely need that against the Comets.
Look at that phosphorus round as well, diminishing them all down to 1% health.
Ready to deploy.
I only see one way Kimbo can win this. If he does a successfully timed all-in push and takes out the Comets and then has the Panzer IVs wipe all the infantry and the 6-pounder. That's literally the only thing he's got left for him.
People are complimenting your commentary skills in chat, Von. You're not just a top player and a top streamer, you're also now a top commentator. You can do it all, it seems. Just like we say the Comet is like the Walmart tank with all these added extras. Flattery gets me everywhere in life. I've decided I can't pay people because I don't earn any money myself. I get like 3 cents per 1,000 views on YouTube. But I can certainly compliment people into thanking them. So that's all we need, really.
Hey, at least you got the reputation as one of the most amazing community organizers we've ever had in the history of Call.
That's the big words coming from you, of course, because... you know, I once requested Relic nerf the Maxim right before a tournament where you were using the Maxim.
I know, you may have self-sabotaged me a few times. But the fact that you've organized these live tournaments makes up for it beyond a doubt. So.
Yeah, definitely. We all make our mistakes, don't we? We all make our mistakes. But I think Maxim spam finals was not something that we could have taken.
No, it's understandable. Nobody wants to see 6 Maxims, you know, pitting you in the base for a good 10 minutes and then game over. So.
Especially if your name's Paula circa March 2016. But speaking of March 2016...
Wars of 2016 ESL style.
Oh, pyrotechnic artillery forcing away the Armada. That's right, an Armada, famously named after the Spanish battleships that went to war against England in the 1600s. This time it's the Pole with a bunch of panzers.
Oh, he could lose the Vet 3 6-pounder if he's not careful. He needs that 6-pounder. Does get away with it.
Big supporter of Hans in chat, Sugar Wish. I think he's been a subscriber for the past 7 years.
Oh, I think Kimbo's doing it.
Is he going
He's
in?
doing it. Oh, no. Oh, is he gonna do
What's,
it?
what's the Panzer IV doing? He's going down the other side, so we've got multiple flanks here.
What are you doing, Kimbo?
He's going in, Von. He's doing
Kimbo.
a Von Ivan.
No. Don't go full Von Ivan, Kimbo. Not yet. You don't have the other Panzer for helping you.
Heat grenade goes in, damages the rear Stug. Meanwhile, the Comet's an angry celestial object.
Oh, scheisse.
Having to pan down to keep everything in. We can't use default for this because it's, quite frankly, it's all over the bloody place. We've got Panzers flanking infantry sections, and now the 6-pounder rebuilt by Hans is in position to possibly finish things off.
Yeah, Kimbo.
Oh, look at that from Hans. He's split up his AT guns. It's a killing frenzy.
Just going to town here. Kimbo, what are you doing?
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Let's get the flank on one of them. Should be able to clear it.
By the way, we have the lowest health 6-man squad of all time, thanks to Phosphorus most likely, capping on the western side. Keep an eye on that. Just had, indeed, a 6-pounder get wiped.
We're losing a capture point.
One thing goes north, it can get a full squad wipe there. If only he knew. If only he knew. What a game this has been. 45 minutes. To tell my girlfriend I'd be finished for 7 o'clock, but I'm going to have to say 9 o'clock now with games like this.
Kimbo still has the map presence, even though he's been absolutely obliterated infantry and armor-wise. He's kept the VPs from draining as well.
Certainly has. Look at Hans's veterancy, and look at the lack of it on Kimbo. He's just got the 2 veteran units, really. Oh, and the veteran Stug as well, but... yeah... And its fuel isn't anywhere close to a Tiger Ace either, so it's not like we're going to be seeing one of them very soon.
No, he does have plus 33 fuel technically, so it might come in a little bit, but he doesn't have the manpower for it. 800 manpower is not cheap for us here.
Veterancy achieved by the Panzers yet again in this brutal killing match. The designer of this map, Ricky Rifle, said he wanted this to be a brutal map that forces the players to be ultra-aggressive at all times. And we have seen a lot of that, but we have seen in this one a bit more of a World War I-esque kind of stagnation at times. We have seen a little bit of slow, still very interesting action. I'm not saying it's not been a great game, but we have seen a kind of like Crossroads-style action at times.
Kind of like they're playing chess with one another here. You got one person having the knight go to f6, and then you got the other person having the queen kill the bishop, also known as the Panzer IV. So. But this is the type of play Hans is very comfortable with. So, I mean, even though people are complaining, oh, why is he so passive, so defensive? This is peak Hans right here. He is comfortable in the defensive position. So, he's just letting Kimbo throw his units one by one.
Don't forget as well, his endurance game is like no one else.
Yeah, that's insane.
He's been playing KO2 professionally. Like, literally as his job to stream KO2 every day for the last 10 years and almost.
Yeah, I say the endurance comes from good old Sub-Saturday. 10 hours of constant, intense 4v4 action will make anybody be able to handle a 1v1 for an hour.
Yeah, and also have to handle some of his subs not being the best players in the world as well. And Hans is like ultra competitive, and he's like, why are you flanking?
Wants to see the best in the viewers that he plays with. He wants to make them into Terminators. You know?
He does, yeah. He's a great coach in that sense. Firm but fair. Bundle nade. Oh, Lord, on that infantry section. Oh, gosh. Oh, infantry traction on the west side could go down, though. Panzer IV can't do it thanks to the 6-pounder saving the day.
Yeah.
Ah, do you know what we just freed up, Von? More population for a 3rd Comet.
Yeah. That's what I like to see. I'm disappointed in Kimbo, though. I was hoping he'd save up for the good old Tiger Ace, but... With the triple cap, I guess he needs everything he can get right now.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Stug's pushing in, but he's up against a hard front from Helping Hands. We do see the stolen 6-pounder gets another good shot off there. As we see a new Panzer Force with 3 Comets versus 2 Panzer Forces and 2 Stugs. We've got a good reconnaissance coming in from the Royal Engineer. What have you seen, Von?
Stug just barely misses a 6-pounder shot, which should have been able to kill it. Lucky for Kimbo there. I think we're going to see an all-in push shortly. Kimbo's bleeding pretty hard with these VPs.
Yes, come on, Hans, with this 3rd Comet now. We just
Well,
see
even-
another squad wipe as well for Kimbo. He's weak right now. Hans, you can finish him off and gain full confidence heading into this series. 1-0 up. He's 48 victory points. You could absolutely demolish him now.
Even the Met 3 Stug deflected 3 times in a
Oh.
row on the Comet, and so did the 6-pounder in Met 3. All of them deflected. Jesus Christ, this Comet armor, man. It's insane.
Well, of course, what we're going to do now is watch on as the AT gun's about to be hurt.
Whoa.
Come on, Hans, get aggressive, son. Comet's showing its rear armor. Why is every shot penetrating?
Well, he could be baiting Kimbo here. He does still have the 6-pounder. I think he is. He's trying to bait Kimbo. Kimbo's taking the bait, though.
But tell you what, the Vet 3 Comet goes down thanks to the
gets it.
6-pounder from afar. The other 2 Comets are sitting ducks out there. However, they do not, of course, they're not
Thanks to
penetrating.
good old Comet armor. Took double deflections from the Stugs. And now Kimbo is going for a suicidal Panzer IV push without the
Very-
Stugs.
There's a helpline you can call, Panzer IV. You don't have to do this. Oh, that
What
Vet
are you
3
doing?
one is super low. And we've just had a recrewing of the 6-pounder. Can he get a killing blow? He's going to go for it. He's got reconnaissance thanks to Tommy. Could the Stug die? Oh, he misses. That was
he
so
misses.
lucky.
The Comet's coming back for vengeance, though.
He's going to do it again.
Oh,
Misses
the Stug's
again.
coming
Hans, come on. Where's your luck?
Tense.
Meanwhile, the Comet from afar.
Can
These
they
Stugs are still
penetrate?
somehow alive. We've got assault grenades going in. Yes, the 6-pounder kills the Panzer IV.
Life.
Come on, Comets, you can do this.
About to go down. Stug's
Oh, no.
just sitting there watching it from a distance as
Oh
it
my
burns on the horizon.
What is going on, Von? What is
Every
what is-
shot seems to be penetrating. Just not for the Stugs, though.
Alpern in chat, by the way, says this. So he played Hans in the quarterfinals, of course, and that's what he has to say. He's made a rhyme up about playing as the Brits. So, but he swore in the rhyme, and Relic didn't like that. Probably ruined one of the rhyming words, I presume. Look at these low health units. Oh dear, oh dear.
Needs to repair those Stugs ASAP.
Imagine that, to make more Imperial Dane references, he is one of the biggest legends in our community. I never do it to mock him, only to celebrate him. I can imagine him as a Stug mechanic.
Come here, my beauties.
You know, just appears from the base
Yeah.
of the
You know what's
perfect...
shocking? Kimbo's actually made a comeback rebuilding his infantry forces.
What?
Now he's pretty much equal with Hans in terms of infantry and I would say armor.
What is going on, Von? This game's crazy.
I know. I can't
Kimbo has
believe
no
Kimbo
rights to
just
be in
keeps
this.
getting pummeled into the dirt, but he just is able to resurrect himself every time here with just the slither of health that he has.
Nearly turned those assault grenadiers into sliced kielbasa meat there with the gammon
Bundle
bomb.
nade.
Indeed, bundle nade easily dodged by Hans. Infantry section as the Comet watches on. 16 kills, that thing. 2 victory points now, Von. We've got 26 victory points remaining for Kimbo. You hear the announcer. Do not let them defeat us. He screams at the top of his lungs. Oh, Panzer's low. Comet's pushed away, however. 20 and drop in, Von. Von, you're Kimbo now, right now. Your units are still low health thanks to the lack of veterancy on your Pioneers. What do you do? How do you salvage this game?
What are those Stugs doing? He's got to go
Oh,
all in though. The VPs, he's got no choice. Those comets are full health. He can
oh,
literally
look,
dive with those comets, and these Stoogs will get annihilated.
look north as well. This game is over, but it has been a titanic contest. Helping Hands is going to take this series 1-0 at the start.
Good game, well played, Hans. In the end, guys, defensive play is, well, the way to go.
It is, of course, with Kimbo being dropped from the game by the game.
Out-enduranced him.
He did indeed. GG, well played.
In a world without variety, brutality is the only strategy. The Master League presents a tournament format sent to end the reign of meta. This is the Commando Terminator.
That was game one. As you see on the thing given to us by Tightrope there, he's made these Adobe After Effects transitions. They're really cool. And I'm going to get the stats up, Von, because that was a hell of a game, and it's worthy of full analysis on the old staticular front.
It is indeed.
Let's have a little look as we just get a floating Von face there. So let's... It's not your fault, dude. Just the way Ed sits. I've got it perfect for when I've got Ed with me. But apparently for you, that's a little bit underpowered. There we go. So it's huge Von Ivan head. Sorry, there we go. We've got the stat screen now up for you guys. It's 216 to 182 on the KD. Best unit for Helping Hands was, of course, the Comet. I mean, what else? 55 kills and 1 death. Kimbo was the 6-pounder that was stolen. 19k of damage. Holy kabunza. Let's say. And on the graphs, you can see army value-wise, equality was the running theme there, as was points held. That's why it was a very ebb and flow game, indeed. Oh. And yeah, I thought that was a cracker though, wasn't it? And I am absolutely knackered. I really hope they take a break now. I'm gonna have to. Von, you have a choice. Do you want to break as well, or do you want to hold the fort as a floating head?
Yeah, I can hold the fort. I can interact with chat while you relax there.
Good man, good man. I'll take that. I'll take that very much so. It is gonna. So what does that say there? It says 8 at 80. You can advertise. Oh, we have to correct you on this one. Why is the difference between you and Ed? Why are you? So you're so much bigger than him. Very funny. There we go.
I guess
We
I
got
have a big head, Kappa. I don't know.
Anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. I'm just gonna have to go take a break for a little bit. I am kaplunked. I'm gonna see if the game's live though, just to make sure we're not gonna miss anything. It's in 4 minutes time, so I've got a 4-minute break, and I'm gonna take every bit of it. See you in a sec.
Hey, Sander. All right, so I have a question for chat. I want to know the ratio between, for the viewers, the ratio between males and females watching. If you're a female watching this game, please press 1 in chat, because I'm curious to see if we actually do have any watching this game right now. No cheating, though. You know, even if you are a, I don't know, transgender Panzer Grenadier, that doesn't count either. I'm sorry. So, obviously, I can see Chad is taking this seriously. Pod is asking, well, no, you know, I'm always just curious because I have discovered there are, you know, females that have played this game. The population is around 4, which is quite impressive for KO2. You know, we could go a little bit higher. I know League of Legends has a good 50-50 proportion. But we're not League of Legends. We're Company of Heroes. We do it in a more manly fashion. We don't need twinkly fairies and stardust to show people. We've got explosions, death, and destruction and mayhem at our disposal. This is the wrong pro. That's not the case. I'm just curious, you know. The player base for KO2 isn't as diverse as some other games, but it's always nice to see that we have people of the opposite gender playing this game, or at least watching it. So I'm always wondering. Yeah, women love explosion, death, and destructions. Well, there's people have all sorts of fetishes. Ko could be one of those. You're the 1 in 300 billion that are on this earth that is into that. It may be super rare, but it is possible. No, unfortunately, I'm already taken. I've been married to Company of Heroes 2 for 7 years now. We've had a very abusive relationship, but after visiting a few marriage counselors, we've been able to sort most of our problems in relation to Relic. And thankfully, with Kyle and Andy's blessing, we've made it through some tough times, raised a few children known as the Brits and USF, and in the end, I'm happy. I'm happy this marriage has flourished, but may have cheated a few times. Don't tell her. But it's all just a beautiful, beautiful thing we have here. So, in the meantime, how many people in chat think that Hans is going to carry the series? Press 1 in chat if you think Hans is going to win in the end. Press 2 if you think Kimbo is going to do a mega comeback and make this series end up being 10 hours for no reason, but would probably be entertaining. We got an even amount of 1s and 2s. That's good to see. Me personally, I'm still sticking with the fact that I think Hans is going to carry this in the end. I think his defensive play style, as long as he keeps his cool, contradicts Kimbo's aggressive, strategic type of blobbing that he has on the map of just concentrating his forces and then trying to wipe units one by one. So, should be good to see how the series turns out. Kimbo for the win. It is a best out of 5, though, so we still have 2 more games needed for Hans to carry it.
It's alright. By the way, don't come into the room. Oh, I'm on mic. Shit. Vaughn, I've got this. I was doing this thing like for Ben.